From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the New Orleans Saints. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he powers his way up past the 30. 5 yards on the game's first play. 2nd down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Saints have taken the early lead.
Will Lutz lining up for the point after.
Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
23 yards the pickup there.
23 yards.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
Prescott on 1st down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he's into the end zone. A fumble return and a Saint touchdown.
Get me! Let's go! Let's go!
So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He's singing in the shower postgame. Lutz good on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And he'll finally be taken down just shy of midfield. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a 1st.
24.
So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Cowboys.
Here's Pollard. Now Dak on the option left. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter. And a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake, but I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
A 3-yard.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a first down. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. You got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And now to the air, Dalton. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They've become a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are, and I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing. I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
4-yard line.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
On 2nd and 9, Dalton. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
But conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like you had green on that play.
Knocked away. It's incomplete. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, only thing larger than his name is wingspan as he knocks that one away.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it, and oftentimes knock it away.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. That's a lot what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
24 yards.
That one goes for 24 yards.
Cowboys.
First down, Prescott. Got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Tony Pollard, the ball carrier. The tackle made at the 12-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
Nothing, our score after one.
The score is Saints 17. Cowboys nothing.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Prescott from the gun. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10.
2 yards.
So not quite a first and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. On 1st and 10, Prescott. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys cut into that lead. And it's 17-7.
Good. Makes the score Saints 17. Cowboys 7. Greg Zuerlein to kick off for Dallas.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Leighton Vander Esch on the top.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
A 10th carry for Kamara. The ball is out. Kamara fumbled it. But fortunately, the Saints were able to hold on to it, so they will indeed keep possession.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Brings up
that first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. Cowboy defense gets him to the ground behind the line of scrimmage.
A loss of 2.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And he's going to be marked down short of the first down. Needed the 40, but he's a yard or two shy.
Then we got to give a little tip of the cap for the defense there. Zone coverage, locked it in tight, made it really difficult because they tried the crossing route against it, and it worked for a completion, but you have to know where the sticks are on third down. Didn't get beyond them, no pickup.
It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
The 28-yard line.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Off the play fake, Prescott. He'll fire this deep for Gallup. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 24-yard line.
It's a game.
It's a big play for the Cowboys on 3rd. 48 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Prescott's throw going to be caught by Gallup. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
It's a game.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
16-yard line.
It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
Pollard, the ball.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person is on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching. And there's another 1st down run right there.
This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Brought down at the 2-yard.
That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, and defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
Trying to run forward, Pollard. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal.
1st and goal, Dallas.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now here's Pollard, and he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Tony Pollard with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Cowboys draw a bit closer. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game.
Makes the score Saints 17, Cowboys 14. Greg Zuerlein to kick off 4 down.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
They're on 21-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Incomplete.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
Fielded just inside the 30. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Chauncey Gardner-Johnson on the tackle. A gain of 9.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Looking to throw. Prescott. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. That one goes for 8 yards.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Prescott looks to throw on 1st. Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the 1st half.
At the 15-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Prescott yet again. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a 1st down.
At the 5-yard line.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Run for Pollard. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd.
And we're going to get a timeout.
The 6-yard line.
With 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Zerline's kick is up and through. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And ready to get the party started for the 2nd half. It was an even 1st half, all tied on the scoreboard. Fielded in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
A About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Gotta wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Gonna run again here with Pollard. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Now throwing on first down and completing it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
First down, Cowboys.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Prescott now. This to Jarwin. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
Jarwin.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
Man, that's Cooper. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first.
First down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Prescott. Looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And some room to work. Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Saints have taken the lead. He's been having a great game, and that one right there, his best run so far, and it ends with 6 points.
And not only that, in his mind, what is he thinking? Can I get to 200 yards as well? Because he knows he's closing in on it. He may not know the exact number, but the best runners have a feel of what the yardage is that they're compiling, and he knows that he's getting close to that 200-yard mark now.
Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, it does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Michael Gallup that's who he was looking for. That'll bring up second down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Glad to be in the great city of New Orleans, rolling along here in the third quarter, 2nd and 10. And now a hook up downfield on second down. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 34.
34 yards.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. They'll throw again. Prescott to the right side. He's got Cooper. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
Gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. To the air again, Prescott. And is caught at the 7. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. A Cowboy first down there. Prescott to Gallup. And again, it's Prescott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Complete to
Michael Gallup with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game.
Kick is good.
And he'll bang that one through.
Ties the game 24-24. Greg Zuerlein to kick off for Dallas.
Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. Taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. He's got daylight. The 30. 20.
That's what I want to see.
Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Saints have moved out in front. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. One will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now 2nd and 10 at the
third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Here's Prescott. Able to hit his target Lamb. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
28-yard gain.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. On play action, Prescott over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Number 88.
CeeDee Lamb, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game.
Is good.
Zuerlein good with a PAT. And that will tie our game here in the third.
Greg Zuerlein to kick off for Dallas.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Again, it's Kamara. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down. He continues to have a big night here under the lights carrying the football.
And some guys prefer night games. For whatever reason, their bodies react a certain way. They love the spotlight. Maybe that's what it is. The best seats in the house, the ones where he's carrying the football for his offensive teammates. The worst seats, the 11 guys trying to tackle him on defense.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. A busy night continues for Kamara. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. Andy Dalton. And this is going to be intercepted. Down by Anthony Brown. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Now it's 2nd and 9. Play action now, Prescott. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now Prescott. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. The screen gets 7, but it's not enough. And it'll be 4th down. So on now is Greg Zuerlein in a pressure situation. This to break our 4th quarter tie. And Zuerlein's kick is good. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they really need to forget about their last time out, the turnover that led to a field goal. So now they try to regroup, trailing in the final quarter. Obviously, they'd love a touchdown, but 3 would suffice. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 26-yard line.
They run it again with Kamara. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Play action now. Dalton. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Jalen Smith racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. Following the penalty, it's Kamara. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Tackle made right at midfield.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on 1st down, but unable to do much from there.
Loss of a yard. It's 4th down.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. From midfield here, Dalton. And he locates Josh Hill, complete. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 43-yard line.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. Running with Kamara. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad.
That's a gain.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Going to give this time to the tailback. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
So a big one coming now for Will Lutz. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It'll be a 51-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So a big kick to get this back to even. Yet now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get into overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense, just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you. But you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
Set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Prescott to throw. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down.
First down, Cowboys.
Here's Prescott. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory.
Next to score, Saints 41, Cowboys 34.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Tonight's final score, Saints 41.
Going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However,